And it felt so profound to me, like, wow, what a thing to say, you know? And then I started searching myself, like, what is it that I could take myself out of my comfort zone and do? And I literally, again, heard a voice said, do some stand-up comedy. And I was like, oh, whoa. Whoa. Now, that's way out of my comfort zone, but I'm just crazy. Okay, I'm just crazy enough to do it. So I end up going to the Laugh Factory on Sunset, Los Angeles, and they told me I was the best comedian for the night.
Oh, okay.
It was so crazy.
Oh, your very first time doing it.
Yeah, and while I was there, my life just won't stop being magical. Out of all the people in the world to come in, when I was doing that Laugh Factory thing, Arsenio Hall comes in.
What?
This dude, now this is crazy. I'm just telling you, 100% truthful.
Yeah.
He was one of the people from the show. He was very big at that time. And I'm sitting there looking down.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Ruin Our Lives. I am your host Josh Hensley, and a very special guest on today. I'm super honored to have her on. She is a legend in the comedy scene, an amazing singer, a SAG actress. You know her from Kill Tony. It is the legendary Afrodyete Love Johnson L. Thank you so much for coming on, Afrodyete.
Hey, everybody, peace and love, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
More. Thanks for having me on, Josh.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on. Again, it's such an honor. So let's talk about this new single that you wrote with the Top Shelf Brass Band.
Okay, it's called "The Man Is a Dancer." It is kind of, if you are know about Martha Wash, sang the "It's Raining Men."
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's that kind of nice, funky, soulful flavor like Martha Wash was singing. So when I do songs, when I write something, I get influenced by the way the music is going, the beat, what instantly comes to mind. You know, it even tells me what type of voice to use, like a real soft and sultry type of voice, or raunchy as hell, mixed with a little softness with some high note runs or something, you know, or a male sounding voice. I take on characters.
Oh, okay.
When I'm, you know, the music, to me, the character, just everything, the emotion, you know, the history of the character, just all at once.
Okay, interesting. So what's the character that you're taking on this song?
Kind of like I said, a Martha Wash type of flavor.
Right.
You know, if you've ever heard "It's Raining Men," it's not the same type of song. It's not. It's not a rewrite of it or anything. It's totally original, but it's influenced by what she did on that song and kind of tone of voice she used. It just instantly comes to me. I can't really explain it. I've been doing this since I was a child, writing songs in grade school.
Right.
And like if I wanted to write a song that I think Smokey would do, or Aretha Franklin would do, or artists, like, or if I want to rap, you know, whatever, because I rap too on some songs I've done. Nice. Yeah, I did this song, a Top Shelf thing that we did. It's very interesting, you know, how the band leader will bring me a track in studio, and once he does that, I listen to it, and I'm bringing up something else so I can mention it. And long story short, it just comes together as if somebody had already given me the words and the melody and everything, when in fact it's being made up literally on the spot. Right. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's pretty amazing, you know. If anybody wants to see more of me with Top Shelf Brass Band, as far as the tracks that are already on, there's not moving video on all of these, you know, just see my face or whatever, you know. But you'll get to hear the songs that we've done together. And so I'm going to the title of that one right quick. Is it? I know you guys covered "Doo Wop" by Lauryn Hill. I did a total remake of that. So they just, for instance, Afrodyete spelled the way I spell my name. This one that I I do like a male character on. It's called Rasta Man, Spirit Man, Jesus.
Okay.
And for some reason, I got so excited, it kind of slipped my mind for a minute because I haven't talked about it in quite a while, you know. But anyway, it's a very interesting rendition that I did to the Top Shelf Brass Band track. They did music and everything. You know, when I write something myself, I write the music too. I can play keyboard. I taught myself how to play piano by I thought a really crazy thing how I learned. I thought you just sat down and played the piano. I didn't know people studied it. I didn't know people took it.
That's so funny. I was going to ask if you had like training as a kid or...
No, but later on I took some of the classes way later. But as a child, my mother played the piano at church, and she never said anything about taking classes. She just sat down and sang church songs and played herself. Awesome. The music, the singing, and she traveled with her dad. My mother was Murphy Mae Walker Johnson. Okay. She lived to be 2 years old. She heavily influenced me with the music and the comedy because my mother was hilarious. Nice. The way she would talk about people, she could describe the gnat hairs on a gnat's ass. Laugh. But anyway, I give her credit and her family on her side of the family. Hilarious. One of my aunts, Vera Lynn Walker, she passed a while back, was the youngest of the 13 that my mother was from. She was one of 13. Yeah. So they're hilarious people. They're very churchy, very Christian religious, you know, and a lot of good, like I said, that I'm able to do creatively come from my mom's side of the family. My father was a school teacher, George Johnson Jr., and he also worked for the post office and everything, you know, cool. So he had his own characteristics and what have you, and I look like him a lot. My sister that was under me in age that passed recently, we look just like his twins. Okay. There's really something like your dad as a girl.
Right. Well, he must have been very beautiful.
Yeah. My brother was very handsome, George Johnson Jr. He had the girls calling our house all times, day and night, and I kind of went gangster on him, calling near midnight or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So I'll see you at school tomorrow. Okay, we'll see what's up. You want to keep calling at midnight? I'll see you at school tomorrow. I went to Beaumont, St. Louis, Missouri, and I sang in high school. Had my first all-girls singing group in grade school called the Shalita Shalones.
Cool.
And I wanted to have a name that fit the late 60s, early 70s, because a lot of girl groups were, you know, coming through Motown and this and that. In the high school group was called the Anisha Shantays.
Okay.
And then I had a group in college. I think I called us Sparkling Black or something.
Nice. And you were the lead singer in all those groups?
Actually, I fixed the group where I wasn't the only lead singer. I want everybody to lead sing at times. And they had to be able to do harmony.
Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome.
We were really adorable. You would have liked us a lot if you had seen us. We were stars at school.
When did you, I guess, like, sort of like break out onto your own with like singing?
After I left St. Louis.
Okay, yeah.
I left St. Louis when I was 21, going on 22, before they had horses and buggies and stuff, you know, way back then.
Right. Sure.
It's like that now that I'm actually officially 70 years of age. I'm not lying, folks. I'm actually 70. I got ID for anybody that doesn't believe me. Get your money ready. Bet you any amount of money I might think of at the moment if you want to go that route.
For sure.
70, and I came out of the 70s in high school. Went in 1970, and graduated 1974.
Wow.
So I graduated on time.
So, I mean, you grew up in a pretty, like, tumultuous era, right? I mean, especially in the South. I imagine civil rights and you had mentioned, like, run-ins with the police and stuff. Like, it must have been pretty crazy growing up back then.
Police were cool back then. It was worse as I got older, coming out here to California eventually, you know, but I was on I lived on a very nice street called Northland in St. Louis, Missouri, and homes, you know, and everything. And I finished growing up in a great big home in St. Louis. Excuse me, man, my nose decided to try to run a little bit. But anyway, long story short, it was beautiful because I had my singing group. My brother had a dance group, George Johnson. I told you about my brother. That was the cutie. The girls just loved him. He had a big afro like the one I bought here for $29.95.
Oh, okay.
those natural afros back then. You know, I'm 70 now, so I don't have the volume that I used to have. It's nowhere. But long story short, I love this look because this is what we did in the 70s. This was our way to try to identify as melanated people. You know, we're starting calling us black, coming from the colored and the Negro and all that. But I actually went to a Caucasian school, as they would call it, white school, where they brought us to the school. And we stood out way more than we would ever want to. They threw bricks and called us the N-word and stuff. And I'm like 10 years old, maybe, you know, something like that. And all the teachers are Caucasian, you know, and they're looking at us like we just escaped from the Smithsonian Institute.
Yeah, I could imagine how hard that was. Yeah.
They were fascinated. They liked the way we jump rope, because if you look, you'll see like young melanated girls doing a rope jump called double dutch. Right. And we are the people that it came from.
Okay, yeah.
They're doing it now, which is great, and they're awesome at it, by the way. If you want to see what, like those who are watching this program and have never seen what double dutch looks like, it's called Dutch. That's the name we called it. And they jump rope. And one person started off, there's girls turning the rope. These days, there's some guys turning the ropes. And they just have another person jump right in. Maybe up to 3 people can jump in. It's amazing how we would jump into the ropes without stopping the ropes, you know, making them stop by hitting the ropes at the rope. You know, you don't want to hit the ropes because you stop, they'll be turning like this. Right. And then if the rope is like, you know, they got to stop and regroup again. For sure. But it's how we would go like this, you know, to figure out when to jump into the ropes. Just fascinating. And the thing that they're still doing it now is really, really great, you know. So I'm just so thankful for that and everything, and glad to be here to talk about it, you know. But eventually we got back in our own community going to school, you know, because it was really rough. It was a great distance from the house where I lived at to go way out to the school to integrate, as they call it, you know. Very strange, and the people didn't want us there. But eventually, we had a couple of physical fights, never got real bad. One thing where this young Caucasian girl did something to my brother. I forgot what it is now. And he socked her out the house, thinking we was all going to jail.
Were there any like hippies while you were growing up in your area?
No, not around us. We knew about it. We saw some things like this play. Oh God, I can't think of the name of it right now.
Hair?
Yeah, Hair. I actually did it at college at Riverside City College.
Nice.
You know, so we knew about that and stuff, but they really weren't in our community, you know. Right. And we saw very little of anything else other than black and white coming up at that time. And we had Asian people with the Chinese restaurant. We would say we're going to get Chinaman.
So when you left Missouri, did you go right to Los Angeles, or did you travel?
No, I went to Riverside, California. I had a in the military. He was in the Air Force at the time. Oh, okay. And I didn't really focus on it, like, you know, with my heart and soul and stuff, but I kind of thought we would end up getting married. You know, I'm leaving home 21, going on 22. He's just a few months older than me. And so, long story short, he turned out to be a real idiot. He turned out to just basically very tired as a soul on this earth. Matter of fact, he was so tired he needed to be retired or have a tire thrown at him.
Okay, Riverside, yeah. I've played a lot of shows there. I imagine that place has changed a lot over the years. So when you left Riverside, so when did you get to Los Angeles?
1980, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think 1980. I went to Riverside City College while I was there. This is going to sound really funny, but I was a lead singer with a Latino band. Oh, okay. And I go to the shows with them, and sometimes they would come up and they say, "Senorita, you lost?" They thought I was. Yeah. Being the only melanated person in the room, they looking at me like, "Is this your lost?" I'm in the bathroom doing a little touch up before I go on stage, and the women are looking at me like, "Jess, where did she come from?" Right. Yeah. We didn't invite none of y'all to this event. So then when they saw me on stage and I started singing, oh boy, they loved it. I love it. One guy actually came and picked me up off the stage and took me to his table with the people he was with, and I'm like, okay. Wow. lighter then, because he would have been dead trying to do it now.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like nowadays when people think of like California or like, you know, the Southern California area, they think it's like very super liberal and like open-minded, but they don't really understand that it was just as racist as like anywhere else.
Oh, anywhere people are, the BS goes with them. Yeah. I don't care what. There's BS there. I told someone a while back, and I'll say it again now. Tell exactly where you can go, and all the people are just 100% super, super nice. Yeah. No murder and everything. There might be a place I can't say because I have not been everywhere on the planet. I've done a lot of touring back in the day, but you know, there's still some decent, lovely people on the planet. I got to say that. I just don't know where they all are.
Right. Very true. Yeah. So you have traveled a lot. You've traveled all over the world with your group, Breakestra, right? What are some of the countries that you went to?
Oh my God. Okay. First, Breakestra is a funkin' solo band. I got a job on their music video. That's how I met them. Never heard of them before and everything. And long story short, the lead male singer and I got to talking and I sang for him, and they had another girl, had some problems, it broke off. And he told the band leader about me. And next thing I know, I'm in the band. And then next thing I know, Wolf, the male lead singer, he couldn't go on a tour that they had, and the band leader and owner of Breakestra is Miles Tackett, and that's Tackett, and he's, you know, on the instruments and stuff. And so anyway, he ended up letting me go. So I've been to like Istanbul, Turkey, Singapore, Belgium, Berlin, Jakarta, Bali, up in Dublin, Ireland.
Nice. Up
in Geneva, Switzerland, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, different parts of Australia, different parts of France.
Wow.
Barcelona, Madrid. Been to Canada. I can't think of everything right now, but anyway, we've been to I said Geneva, Switzerland. We've been to the UK.
The UK. Yeah. Do you have a favorite country that you went to?
Yeah. All of them, because I didn't have to pay for anything.
There you go. For sure. Singapore must have been crazy, right? Don't they have like, they're like really strict about everything?
I didn't really test it. We didn't get to do too much because we got the job to do. Been to Croatia and London too.
Okay, awesome. Nice.
Yeah. I think Australia is really beautiful. It kind of reminds me of California. We went to Singapore. I mean, not Singapore. We went to Sydney.
Nice. Yeah.
Perth. And it's another one. Let me see. Melbourne. They call it Melbourne.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So I've been on so many planes and for so many times, like from LA to Taipei. LA to Taipei, Jakarta, Bali, and Singapore.
Wow.
It was some kind of flying. From LA to Taipei, 14 and a half hours, something like that. Yeah. Then like a layover for like maybe 4 hours or whatever. And then we went part of Bali in Singapore. And a funny thing happened at the airport in Singapore. You got all of these students, Asian students, wearing blue and white, like jogging outfits. And they saw us, and the guys wearing their instruments on their shoulder. We getting ready to do the paperwork or whatever to get on the plane or whatever, stop and check in, whatever. And they're looking at us, and all of a sudden we hear, Breakestra.
Oh,
wow. And because they came up to one of the guys, and that guitar player, and I think it was Pat, the guy named Pat. But anyway, they asked him who we were. As soon as he told them Breakestra, they start losing it. You can hear like an echo going all around. They took pictures with us. Their teacher took pictures. It was hilarious.
That is so cool.
You would seriously think it was staged, but we had never seen these people before.
That is awesome. Wow. Did you ever run into any like craziness while traveling? Like anybody trying to start fights or?
No. One guy tried to start a fight at one of our shows, not with us, but he probably overloaded on alcohol or whatever. They got real super movie pronto. They don't play.
Definitely.
Because the people are coming to hear us, to see us. And one of our songs, the top one they like is original that Miles Tackett and I wrote together called Come On Over.
Yes.
If you type YouTube Breakestra space Come On Over, you'll pull the video up. We have a video of us performing that. And they sing along with us. When we would tour and sing our little popular song, they would sing along with us.
That is so cool.
And they pictures. They were quite friendly, wanted to take us home, give us sex, you name it. They want to give it to you all. It's like, okay, I didn't come over here for all that. Y'all would have to retire me like 5 times, times 200, because I ain't one of them. I ain't one of them kind, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you still perform with Breakestra?
Yes, we did a wedding reception a few months ago in Santa Barbara. It was real nice.
Yeah.
Very nice people and everything. Paid good too, you know what I mean?
Nice.
But anyway.
For sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so I understand you are writing a book called Marijuana Art?
Yeah, it's called Marijuana Art.
Okay.
The book is basically about my life smoking marijuana for 55 plus years now. I started at 15. I'm 70 now. I don't know why I'm getting notifications up here. I thought I turned it off. But anyway, we made it most of the interview so far without that happening. I have to learn how to
It's all good.
stop that. But I don't think airplane mode worked when we tried to, keep it from...
There was a different, the focus... it's okay. Yeah. It's fine.
The focus, but I don't know if I did it right. I thought it's on Do Not Disturb, but I might not have done it right. So anyway, y'all, it's a little pop-ins here and there, and don't be complaining because I come to your house and take your weed. Okay, but anyway, something is wrong with me, and it cannot be cured with any kind of man-made medicine whatsoever. I tell people not go to prison, do not go to jail, because if you're in there more than 2 days, you're going to be gay. Or you're gonna be forced to be gay. You don't know that. Freedom is everything. Don't mess with it, people. Don't mess with it. Because you see, no matter how much money you got, they can still keep you.
True. So this book, what's it? Is it going what's it going to consist of?
It's going to consist of 10 of my original drawings. People don't know me for drawing anything. Yeah. And I've been doing it for years, but I never, ever, ever expected to put anything out for people to see. It's just like a child with some paper and crayons and having a good time. My father's father, he worked at a paper company and give us brand new paper. And I just love the feel of sliding a pen or a pencil and creating things on a brand new paper. So it just followed me basically all my life, and I eventually started drawing. And then I heard a voice that's going to sound weird for the people that might be more conservative watching this. It's not a lie. I had no intentions of putting this stuff out whatsoever, ever. Her voice said, you need to get your artwork out to the world. And I'm like, artwork? What artwork? Oh, you're talking about the things I've been drawing for years? And I could hear, yes. And ever since then, everything's just been coming together for me to put this book out. I got a publishing deal right away. Within months, I started seeing all these ads on Instagram. I've never seen so many ads about, we're looking for, your artwork and this and that. I'm like, where were these ads at before? I promise you, I've never in my life seen so many ads saying we're having this and that going on at so-and-so gallery and whatever. I'm like, this is huge. This is huge, because it never would have happened. I promise you. I had no intentions. You'll never catch me lying at an interview of any kind anywhere in the world. Oh, yeah, I was so brilliant. I decided to put my art. No, didn't have a clue. So anyway, that's how it all started. And I'm in the midst now of launching 10 of my original drawings. I'll be talking about how they came to be, how the marijuana affects me creatively, how it helps me when horrible times like losing my mother, losing my sister right under me in age, months before her, losing my nephew months before her. It's been really rough just recently. So anyway, it's really helping me to be able to put this book of art out. And I'm going to also talk about the controversial thing about marijuana, trying to make it seem like it's worse than crack cocaine and fentanyl. One, so it's ridiculous. What are they going to ban apples and oranges next?
No, for sure. I totally get that. When you smoke weed, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, do you, how does it affect you creatively?
It helps to calm me. That's the most beautiful thing. Yeah. I'll say C and C. The calming and the creativity is in hand.
Okay, yeah.
I'm naturally, talented with some things. We all are. There's no such thing. Only a few of us have this thing called talent. We all have. Now, whether you use it or not, That's where the difference is.
True.
And I never use my talent worried about being famous. That's one thing that some people say about us in show business that have come to the point where they know who we are, that we're fame seekers, we're just really, worthless souls trying to be famous. And that's just so far from the truth for myself. I can't for everybody. That's why I've never gotten in bed with none of these producers or directors. It ain't that important, but I got to get connected with you, bro. Or none. Mostly non-rules I've ever been to. Well, one director told me I wasn't going to make it because I didn't want to sleep with him. I said, well, I guess I just won't make it then.
There you go. Nice. Integrity, for sure. So let me ask you this. So, like, when you said that, like, you heard a voice telling you to put out your art, like, when you are creating, do you sometimes feel like you're sort of like a conduit for that creation? Like, it's sort of coming from, like, elsewhere, and, like, it's like molding in your, you know what I mean? Like, I think, like, Michael Jackson said that, like, he felt that, like, all art, like, comes from God, and that he was sort of like a conduit for that. You know what I mean?
I see that being true because the creator gave me what I have. So I can't see how it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that, like I think Michael was saying, that I tap into that part of myself.
Right.
More than some people who don't or cannot, because some children have been very harmed by their parents.
Yes.
So they haven't out with their creativity. Maybe they'll hit it in 20 or 30 years later or something when they're away from that environment. But we all have something. And it's funny you mentioned Michael Jackson. His name is in my new song that's coming out.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Part of the verse that I do in, I think it's the second verse or whatever, his name is actually mentioned in the song.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait to create a video about it somewhere along the line. Actually, I graduated from Los Angeles City College with the television production AA degree and a certificate. And I'm, as you said, member of the Screen Actors Guild. I used to work there for almost 5 years, and I got fired. I love getting fired. I can't tell you how much I.
Why is that?
I love getting fired. I don't know why. It just feels so great, But you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I can get another job. I actually graduated from a clerical school.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And had high accuracy. Matter of fact, when I got the job at the Screen Actors Guild, I actually tested better than anyone that they had ever had. They only wanted 5 words a minute. I hadn't actually typed in a while. There was 2 other ladies talking about they were in their 50s speed a minute and all that. And yet they couldn't pass the test for 35 words a minute. Very, very interesting, don't you think?
Right, yeah.
You type words a minute, but you can't pass the test for 35 words a minute. Because, see, when you make mistakes, when you're in those testing situations for a job, every mistake you make, they can take anywhere from 1 to 3 points off.
Right. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
So even if you type 50 words a minute, you made 20 mistakes. You just test. You see what I'm saying? So, long story short, got another notification there. Yeah, so that should be entertaining. Just we get notifications, okay? But anyway, it rings out the crazy in me. So anyway, they were really blown away, and I had been a temp before that. Never dreamed in my life I would get hired anything at the Screen Actors Guild. I was a temp. I went in this temp like in September, I want to say, I think 1990. And I think I was let go in 90 time or whatever. But anyway, they were impressed. And then this guy named Don, I hope he's still alive, he went in, he's kind of, like one of the big guys, and told him he would take it as a personal favor to him if they would hire me. They had heard me sing at the Christmas party. I was getting kind of popular. One security guy told me, he said, "Who are you?" And I told him I work here or whatever. He said, "Well, you not famous." He said, "Because almost everybody here has got your picture on their desk." And I'm like, "Really?" He said, "Yes."
Okay.
So anyway, I got fired. It was quite lovely, especially, I was doing acting work. Yeah. And I did a thing for Warner Brothers. I got a speaking role. I always got picked for stuff. I've been ready to go back to it soon. Yeah. And everything happens. And so anyway, it was for Warner Brothers. So they couldn't tell me I didn't qualify. You have to be what they call signatory, a contract with the Screen Actors Guild to use actors in your film. Right. So anyway, the agency contracts department where the actors contract between them and their agent will come to our department. It was called agency contracts, actors to locate. So the casting directors would call us during the office hours to locate actors, see if we know what agency, Janet Jackson is with. That's how I found out her middle name is Janet Demita Jackson, because I actually had her contract on my desk at one point.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and eventually I met Little Richard while I was working there.
Right, yeah, that must have been...
we became friends for almost, I think near 36 years or something, because I was amazing. Only in my... He was 57 at the time.
Was he as, vibrant in his personal life as he his stage persona, shut up, being so flamboyant?
No, he wasn't. He was mellow. He didn't like that at all.
Yeah,
very nice with him on the phone, and he was so cool that he would talk to me even if he couldn't talk with a minute.
Yeah,
99% of the time he took my calls.
Awesome.
And his brother Robert, rest his soul, he passed on. He would come to the phone. He said, Richard said, call him back in 10 minutes. And sometimes I called back, still was too busy. He said, baby, call me back later. He would still come to the phone. Baby, call me.
That's so cool. I mean, he's the true king of rock and roll. People say Elvis, but it was Little Richard for sure.
Let me tell you, Richard, hilarious. And also, let me tell you when the day he got a star on Hollywood Boulevard. And I'm still thinking, to this day, I'm still thinking out loud that I didn't slap this man because he kissed me without telling he was going to do it. And I had him, and he took my elbow like this and turned me around, and before I could adjust to look down at my arm being pulled around to see who was doing it, he had his lip landed on my lips.
Wow. Jeez.
So
he'd get in trouble for that today.
Oh my God, I'm so done. I'm there with his family and everything, and I'm thinking, wow, this is what it's like to be really famous. And by the time I got that thought, his hand went to my elbow, and I'm feeling myself getting turned around, and he kissed me right in the mouth.
Damn. I mean,
so I called him later, and I told him, I said, you might want to let me know if you're going to do that next time, because I would have been so embarrassed if I had slapped that man out of it. Because women will slap you, start rubbing their butt, and they don't know who you are, and
sure.
them and stuff.
As they should.
Is a slap, right?
I mean, wow, that's amazing. Did you ever make any music with him?
No, I didn't make any music with him. That happened, but we had a very lovely relationship. Matter of fact, I started kind of feeling for him because I just didn't know that side of him, and I was just blown away. I saw him on TV when I was coming up, him and James Brown, and actually James Brown too before he passed away.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Both of them are magical things that happened that I never dreamed would happen in my life. And so what happened with Richard, he was so thankful that I passed out these little flyers to tourists on Hollywood Boulevard to let them know, as much as they can while they're here from Florida or wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See everything in person, because they don't know when they're ever going to come back to California or Los Angeles, Hollywood. Or what. So anyway, they were loving that I was passing out these little flyers. And I forgot how it happened because it's been so many years ago. But anyway, he found out that I did that, and he was just blown away. So to me, that was his way of thanking me. And I met him at a restaurant called Aunt Kizzy's Back Porch in the Marina out here in California.
Oh, okay.
And I'm with two co-workers from the Screen Actors Guild, and you can let me know when you start because I'm a walking history book.
No problem.
And I pray I'll get around to writing a book about it one day. But anyway,
you should write an autobiography for sure. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh man,
you've got such an amazing, interesting life.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm in a constant movie all the time. Because who lives like this? So what's the chance you go to a old food restaurant you've never been to with your coworkers from the Screen Actors Guild at that time? And they're about to leave. We've had our soul food. We're about to leave, and in walks Little Richard with a guy from Rolling Stone magazine, and we're all looking at each other like.
Right.
Because what's the chance somebody that world famous is going to walk into a soul food eatery?
True.
And that's who it was. It was him. No doubt whatsoever. None. And then what happened was I stopped by his table, and I didn't mean to. I was going to the restroom in the restaurant. I expected to come right back to my seat with the guys from Screen Actors Guild. Co-workers the same way I left. Didn't have destiny, had a different idea. I ended up walking right by his table, and he leaned like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm getting really confused. I'm like, "Wait a minute, they tell me this man is gay. Why he ain't acting like it?" I'm like, brothers do what the hell? I was totally dumbfounded. He's literally leaning over the table. What's up? How you doing? How you doing? And I went down and I'm like, leaning over the table talking hi. I had these beautiful braids, big, thick braids. They called them the Dookie braids, but it actually started with me. I'm not even kidding. I got proof. And I called Afrodyete look. I just like to be unique, look like my own artist. I don't want to look like anyone else.
For sure.
Decided that lady doing my braids to make it super. I had 15 packs of braids on my hair. That's why I don't have it now. It's too much.
Yeah. That's a lot.
But anyway, long story short, I had on a beautiful black sequins mini skirt, and I had sparkling gold high heel shoes.
Oh, wow.
And I had gold accessories and stuff. So I was looking good. Okay. I know why I straightened him out. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, so he wasn't gay?
I don't know his personal life like that.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, I think there is some truth to it. You know,
maybe he was bi.
I do know.
Yeah.
But he didn't get gay around me. I can tell you that. Matter of fact, I got to meet his ex-wife.
Oh.
And his last name was Penniman, Richard Wayne Penniman.
Yeah.
Okay. And I met his wife. Her name is Ernestine Penniman. We've met each other at family dinners.
Oh, wow.
Rich me on Thanksgiving, his limousine to take me to have Thanksgiving dinner with his family.
Wow.
Now keep in mind, this man had a family. I didn't even know he would ever do anything like that. He was very unique in the stuff that he did with me or for. You know, like if I needed some money, he stayed at the Hyatt on Sunset. Guess where he was? Right next to the Comedy Store. Oh. Who would know years later I would come back and get famous on Kill Tony doing stand-up right next to where Richard lived at for years. The Hyatt on Sunset.
Yeah. I had no idea that he was married. Did he have kids?
He has a adopted son.
Oh, okay.
Biological, I know none. But anyway, he's Danny, and he's still living. Yeah. And Richard took care of him, you know, in life and in death. You know, from what I know, his mother, Danny's mother, asked Richard to take care of him, something like that. I think she was dying or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And he had a great heart. You know, you might not go along with his personal life. You know, whatever he did for them to call him gay, you know, like I said, I don't know details, never asked him about it, but he was certainly gay with me. Like I say, he kissed me in the mouth in front of all those people. I just wish that footage of it. Shocking. So glad I didn't slap that man. I'm just so, I can't
would have
even
been
bad. I was at work today. It's really stunning. And we won't have enough time to talk about everything, but he actually called me at work one day on my private line. And he didn't want anybody touching his materials that he sent to the Screen Actors Guild. It had to come to mine first. Then I could take it to the membership department or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But and then he put me in an article, a Rolling Stone magazine. My coworkers told me, you need to sit down at work one day. I'm like, sit down for what? They said, you need to sit down. So I sat down. And they said, look at this. They handed me an issue of Rolling Stone 50s, 4 Decades of Rock is how it's cover. I still have the magazine. It's called Rolling Stones 50s, 4 Decades of Rock. And they have a whole thing. I sent you the paper highlighted about Richard in there. And a whole paragraph. They're talking about him meeting me.
That is so cool. Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And his buddy is James Brown. I was getting paid to sit in audiences at one time to clap your hands because they need people to make the show look like Judge Joe Brown, whatever, different shows would hire an audience work.
Right.
And it was Montel Jordan's show, BET show, from what I remember. Oh. He's got James Brown on. This is the first time I ever seen James Brown in person in my life. Yeah. First time I've ever seen him perform in my life, and we were just blown away. For sure. But as fate would, he went to the interview part of the show. He stopped the show. He told Montel, he says, I'm sorry. I got to do this, man. I'm sorry. He said, that lady right over there, I'm telling you, she's somebody special, pointing right at me. Wow. I promise you. So Montel kind of looked at him like, oh, okay. He said, I'm telling you, she's somebody very special, somebody very special. And so anyway, they went back to the interview process, and for a while then, James stops again. He said, man, I'm sorry. I got to do it. I'm telling you, that lady right there is somebody very special. And Montel's looking like, ain't this interview supposed to be about me and you? I don't even know this woman. You don't want a super world famous over here on the show. Why you keep sending me to the audience to a woman you ain't even met? You know, he just promise you he did this. And my coworkers doing the audience work, they know I'm real crazy and wired because I have people laughing, I just, Wayne Brady had him on the floor one time at a show laughing so hard. They had me freestyle, and I started singing these crazy lyrics to him. He laughed so hard he hit the floor. I promise you.
That's so cool. Well, so I want to ask you about what led you to go on Kill Tony, but first, you were in the movie. You were in one of my favorite movies growing up, Fight Club. You're in that bus scene, right? And you were in The Wash with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Okay,
keep all that online because you took me right to break with the Fight Club,
right?
Which I still got to make myself see. All these notifications are kind of messing with us right now. All right, we're gonna figure it out another time. But anyway, I'm on a bus with other extras doing the background stuff. I got this crazy female energy that I don't know where the hell it came from. All I can tell you is that she's got a total different voice than I do, a total different energy, and there's nothing I can do about it. She only comes out, ironically, when I'm on film sets and music videos, when I'm around famous people or whatever, or just excited being on the set. That's when she comes out. So Brad on the bus, if most people have seen a bus, you come in the front door, it's like right there as soon as you come in, and you go back, there's a long seat behind the driver, and there's a long seat right where the people get on the door, and everything else is double seats with an aisle in the middle. So anyway, as soon as he comes where I can see him coming up the steps, this is what she does. Oh, how you doing? You the little white guy got the little white girls going crazy, huh? That's good. You look halfway decent in person. That man turned completely apple red. Like, did this woman just tell me?
That's hilarious. Brad Pitt. Wow. You can hear that in the film, right? Like you can hear you say, "How you doing?"
No. You can't? This is before on camera.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but the crazy woman came out. She don't care if you do actual filming or whatever. She come out. There's nothing I can do about it. But anyway, that's her voice. And I'm inside myself listening to her, but there's nothing I can do. Because when she comes out, I have to wait till she's out before I can come back with the real Afrodyete.
Yeah.
So anyway, he goes, "Oh, how you doing?" By the time I told him he looked halfway decent in person, he was completely red. He took a seat on the drive where we were looking at each other. And I go, "I can see you." And he said, "Yeah, now he could have got production to come get this crazy fool. Just told me I looked halfway in person. I promise you, I told that man that. I promise you I did."
That's hilarious. Nothing for Ed Norton.
He goes, "Yeah, excuse me, because my nose did some weird stuff where I have to get a split fix. So I have to make sure it's tight." But anyway, I told him I can sing, still in the high pitch. She's got a high pitch voice. This is my normal, natural, real voice. I don't talk like that. And he said, "Yeah," and I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, let me hear something." Brad Pitt. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I said, "Well, what's your, what kind of music do you like?" And he says, "My Funny Valentine." I said, "Oh, I know the song, but I don't know the words." And he said, "Okay, I'll feature the words." This is an epic moment. I just wish it could have been filmed. Yeah. Can you imagine Brad Pitt? He's huge.
For sure.
Like Fight Club. He's like world famous, right?
Yeah.
He goes, "My Funny Valentine." So I go, "My Funny Valentine." He says, "Sweet Comic Valentine." I said, "Sweet Comic Valentine." He said, "You make me warm with your embrace." I said, "You make me warm with your embrace." He looked at me like, "You're a fool crazy as hell, but you can't sing." And he was like, let me know you liked it, And his fate would have it, talking about craziness. That's why I think my life was like a natural made movie. 2 years later, guess who I saw on set coming toward me? Brad Pitt again.
Oh, okay.
Again. The crazy woman couldn't wait to come out. As soon as he got close enough where I know he could see me and hear it, he looked at me like, "Oh."
That's so interesting. What was that on the set of?
He is the sweetest person to put up with a crazy ass woman like me out of nowhere, telling him he looks halfway decent in person 2 years ago. He would never get there. Who the hell old Brad Pitt's anything like that. Okay.
For sure.
So as he comes to warn me, I go, "Hi, I'm Aphrodite." He go, "You sure are."
So funny.
And you think he would security, you keep this fool the hell away from me. But I'm telling you, he's a real freaking sweetheart, and he's got the coolest, sweet, not gay, but just sexy little walk. Sure. I can't even describe, but he's got the cutest little walk I've ever seen on the car. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But anyway, he said, "What you been doing?" I said, "Oh, I've been doing good, Brad. How you been doing?" Do you know that man let me stay with him about 15, 20 minutes with no security at all?
Cool. Very cool.
I'm telling you, he's really a nice gentleman from what I saw in that little short time. Just awesome.
He's from, he's from the South too, I believe. I forget.
He's from Missouri.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Nice.
I'm like, Holmes, what's up, Holmes? And then I told her the second time, I said, "Oh, I see your little ass got a haircut, and the sister might want to date your little ass now, Brad Pitt." She just turned, oh my God. He's brutally honest. They're going to let me know I can, pick myself up since she seen me the first time when I was looking halfway decent.
That's so funny. So how did you end up working on The Wash with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre?
I got picture picked. They call it picture picked from the casting director.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Call and make sure you're available. We didn't have the cell phones and all that. Now we have what's called pagers. And you go to the phone and you will call the casting director and back, and they would want to know if you're available. And of course, yes, we want to work every chance we can, know. And so anyway, when I got to set, I didn't even know Dr. Dre was on the set because they don't always tell us right away who's starring in the movie, who we're going to see on set that day.
Right.
Another extra might say, "Girl, have you seen Dre walk around? We walked with Dr. Dre today," So nobody had told me that. I went into the snack trailer. Only union people go in some snack trailers. They'll be a little prissy on set, but anyway, I'm union. So I went in to see what they had snack on. I'm in there by myself. Next thing I know, the door opens just as I was about ready to leave out, and Dr. Dre walks in. I'm standing there looking like a deer in headlights. Neither one that can talk 50 miles an hour. I'm like, "Oh my God, Becky! Oh my God!" Next thing I know, I didn't talk crazy to him. He made the move. He walked away, clear around my body. "What's up? What's up? What's up?" I'm standing there like, "What do you mean, what's up? I ain't even supposed to talk to you. I'm gonna get in trouble." I'm just totally gone. I am so gone. I'm not mentally even in the room. Okay.
Right, yeah.
And you're like, he's walking around me. He could have went and got his snack. He could have, if he wanted to speak, he could have gave me a little head bow and could have said hi, and I would have been out the door knowing I ain't supposed to try to get conversational. He's starring in the movie. Right. They don't want them to idle conversations, keep them focused. So I would have been out the door, and been still glad that I got that moment in time with him. And then he did what I call the brother man walk, where the brothers, they be like walking like this. Right. They got a look in the middle. I've been seeing that. I was knee high to a pole hat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seeing brother, I don't know why they walk like that. Maybe they trying to dance or trying to hold it back. I don't know what it is, but I call it the brother man walk. And only the brother do it, like the guys that are not melanated, as I would say, because we don't call it black as I'm a national citizen. But anyway, long story short, I didn't know what to do. I was totally gone. But I had worked with before him on the wash at a car wash, and walked by me, and I said, "Hey, Snoop." And he kept going. I was like, okay, I guess he gonna be, not saying that or whatever. He came back, gave me the biggest hug I've probably ever gotten from anybody. Rocked me back and forth. "What's up, baby girl? What's up? How you doing?" And Dre wasn't on the set for that part that we did. So I ended up working twice. I ended up doing the scene with being on the set. It was Snoop, Corrupt. It was another rapper. I can't think his name right now, but it was a bunch of name. Name that was back in that time. I can see this guy's face, but I can't think of his name right now. But it was a bunch of names on the set and stuff. But anyway, he got and then, like I say, Dr. Dre on the set, flashing back to him when I was working with him on the same movie. This girl was doing something weird, and I got kind of concerned because I'm highly, third eye. I can tell when something is really strange going on. It tells me, pay attention, pay attention. And good thing I did, because somehow she was trying to get friendly with Dr. Dre. And I told the production assistant, they told me I was going to be featured from getting picture picked, and I didn't know what featured in what. Turned out in the bus scene with Dr. Dre. And just as I thought she was trying to up me somehow on that, I didn't know what was going on. Honestly, I didn't. But I asked the production city, can you check with the director? His name is DJ Pooh, to see what's going on. Change and stuff was going on, because she was acting very suspicious to me, like she knew something I didn't know, and I didn't want her to mess up my opportunity, since they did say feature, meaning they will definitely put the camera on you in the final cut. I don't know if you're going to make it or not, but thank God I did make it in the final cut of the movie. I heard Dr. Dre go, no, man, I want her. And her turned out to be me.
That's awesome. Nice.
I always love him for that. He made sure that I got that part with him, because he was already checking me out. So naturally, the choice between me and her, he wasn't going for her.
Nice.
Because he had already realized he had, kind of flirted with me until like months later. And then I thought to myself, he's a man. What the hell else could he have been doing? Why would he walk all the way around me? Oh, what's up? And does that to a woman, and he's not interested at all. He could have went and got his out the door, especially you, the big star in the movie. He could have been out the door. Already nice enough, to even acknowledge me at all. But the fact that he did that to me before he went and got his snacks, and I played it back in my mind months later, I'm like, he had to be trying to holler, because why else would you do that? Circle of woman, I mean a complete circle. What's up?
Yeah, it sounds like he was interested for sure.
He definitely was, but I've asked other straight men, and they go, you know what? He was definitely flirting, because you don't circle no woman you never met in your life talking about what's up. And he done changed the whole mannerism of how he was walking. When he came in the door, he was just straightforward going towards snack. Then he seen me, was like, slow down. What's up? What's up, baby girl? What's cracking? I said, you mean I could have been dating Dr. Dre? That just blows my mind every time I think about it. I heard at that time too, so I'm glad I didn't, because I wouldn't really want to date a famous straight man or unfamous. I mean, I want to date a straight man, but I'm trying to say a married man. That's what I'm trying to say, because I love my with one now, so I've been with him a long. But long story short, he was quite a date. And then getting that scene with him, that's forever and ever. And I got a forever scene with Ice Cube too, in the church scene. I just put that on my Facebook, on my Instagram. You have to kind of pay attention to see it. I'm in an orange dress, matching sharp brim orange hat, and they're singing this song, "Presence of the Lord is Here." And the choir director is Cat Williams. Got to meet him, had him laughing on the set too.
And so Cat Williams was the choir director?
Yes, really? It was called First Sunday. He's the choir. And he's doing the presence of the Lord is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Did you get to meet Cat?
Yes.
He's so funny. Yeah. I'll just say he's so incredibly funny.
Yeah. He was kind of like, this woman crazy as hell.
Coming from him, that's...
Yeah. And with Ice Cube was also with Morgan. So they didn't tell me what to do, which is a dangerous thing, not to tell the crazy person what to do in a scene. Right. So us actors, they expect us to enhance the scene, because we're considered the professionals as opposed to the people who are non-union.
Right.
But long story short, I ended up putting my butt all in Ice Cube's face, acting like I was trying to get to a seat on the same church pew, him and Tracy Mark.
Yeah.
The director never told me that. I just seen big booty women in the church when I was young, and they would go all like this trying to get in the seat.
Definitely.
The director actually wrote me a note and told me you were amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome. So we're getting close to the end here. I want to know, it's going by fast. Thank you again so much for coming on. Your life is amazing, and we're barely touching the list, which is awesome. What led to you to deciding to put your name in the bucket on Kill Tony?
What happened was, this is another one. I had an intuition. I was reading something.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe what I was reading. It says you're not living your life until you step out of your comfort zone and do something you normally wouldn't do. And it felt so profound to me, like, wow, what a thing to say, And then I started searching myself, like, what is it that I could take myself out of my comfort zone and do? And I literally, again, heard a voice said, do some stand-up comedy. And I was like, oh, whoa.
Right.
Whoa. Now, that's way out of my comfort zone, but I'm just crazy. Okay, I'm just crazy enough to do it. So I end up going to the Laugh Factory on Sunset, Los Angeles, and they told me I was the best comedian for the night.
Oh, okay.
It was so crazy.
Oh, your very first time doing it.
Yeah, and while I was there, my life just won't stop being magical. Out of all the people in the world to come in, when I was doing that Laugh Factory thing, Arsenio Hall comes in.
What?
This dude, now this is crazy. I'm just telling you, 100% truthful.
Yeah.
He was one of the people from the show. He was very big at that time. And I'm sitting there looking down to the stage because there's an opening where you can see down what's going on in the audience and the stage and everything, who's performing. And this dude ends up kissing me down my neck and showed it on the show. Okay? He told me, I did that night. I said, I did good. I slammed or something like that, I said. And I don't know how he transitioned that into kissing me down my neck. But, he told me he would eat me. Okay, he did say that.
Arsenio, dang.
Production people. Yeah. Then he ends up me all down my neck.
Jeez. I believe it.
Yep. And he did that. I ended up singing in the audience for Oprah's audience one night, and she showed that clip. I wish I could find this, but she did. She showed the clip of me singing. I wrote a song about her, like in 30 seconds about her show.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So many adventures, but I'm just super grateful to be 70 and still being wanted and still doing beautiful things. Soon to have my art book out and the new single, The Man is a Dancer.
So how old were you when you did that first Laugh Factory?
60. And what happened was, the story, I don't want to forget you asked me the question. I get there and I was too late to get on this show called The Potluck. I'm at the Comedy Store.
Right.
And this guy named Matthew, a big stocky Caucasian guy, he said, "You sign up for Kill Tony." And he said, and I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, the list is still open till 7." I said, "Oh." I said, "Well, what is Kill Tony?" He told me it's a podcast show. I didn't even know what a podcast show was, but I decided and most people takes forever before they get pulled out of that bucket. One guy had us rolling upstairs in the belly room at the Comedy Store one night. 4 mother effing years it took me to get pulled out of this mother effing basket.
For sure.
I'm just the opposite. I got picked the first time I came, the second time I came, and the time I came.
That is nice.
I'm on Kill Tony. I'm the first one to get kissed on the show by a very handsome guy named Jordan Beatty. He even had the men tripping. He was so handsome.
Okay.
Beautiful body. It's Kill Tony 178.
Okay.
And out the bucket, I think I'm the third person to get picked out of the bucket. And then later in the show, I made history because they bring me back up. Usually once you finish, they don't bring you back up for anything.
Right, yeah.
And so anyway, I come back up and they have me go toe-to-toe with this handsome Jordan Beatty, and they thought maybe he would be standoffish, make fun of me, I guess, or whatever. But it turns out we had a vibe.
Nice.
And Red asked the audience would they like to see us kiss.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ended up having a kiss on Kill Tony for the first time.
Yeah.
And I got the first standing ovation on Kill Tony.
Right, for sure. Yeah. How many times have you done Kill Tony?
I think 43 times.
Wow, really? That must be the most, right? I mean,
he tells me that, and also we did a video called My Name is Jeremiah. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
My Name is Jeremiah. You'll see, people know this guy Malcolm Hatchett that got famous on the show. I'm praying that he's good. You haven't heard about him in a while,
Oh yeah, what happened to Malcolm? What happened? He was so funny. What happened to him?
I think he had a breakdown once these guys jumped him. They beat him up real bad.
Wow.
Crap. I think they thought he was in another gang set, some Latino guys, and they challenged him, and I think they would have killed him. He said he had to hide from them. And to me, after that, was never the same.
Wow, really? He just disappeared off the show. He was like,
I ran into him after the show up in Hollywood one day at American store. Okay, and he comes in and I go, Malcolm, because we kind of had an attraction for each other. We never got involved, we never got intimate. He came to my house one time, but I was having a party.
That's right.
It was fried chicken. They love my fried chicken. And I got my show I haven't done in a while. In case you guys want to see any episodes of it, it's called Stupid Central. There's 22 Stupisodes. I call them Stupisodes.
Yeah.
It's Stupidity 1 episode all the way up to Stupidity 22.
Okay.
And it doesn't what order you watch the videos in, but you'll find me on YouTube. My channel is Afrodyete, Afrodyete, the African goddess love. Aphrodite, the African goddess of love. Sorry, I got a little tongue twist there. So if you, or you can look up Stupid Central and look for me with the Afro. I'm the only one you're going to find Afro.
For sure.
And you also see Aphrodite, the African goddess of love. So just click on my channel, and when you get in, put the tab on videos so you can see all the choices, because there's some other things in there too. But I'm just so grateful to do that. And the people that you're going to see in my Central videos, none of them got paid. They all did it for fried chicken.
Nice. That's a good deal. That's awesome. Wow.
And I basically dust them all out.
So you never wanted to like move to Austin once Tony did? No,
a couple of reasons. To work, I can get out here.
Right.
Sorry, these locations. And my man, I don't want to leave him either.
Sure. Yeah. What
and connections I've made, a lot of studios and stuff I can get, as far as I can tell, more work out here.
I believe it, especially because you're so multi-talented. Austin, it seems like there's only the comedy scene, maybe music.
Only, after a while, it would get lonely for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got 2 episodes I did. There are no 3. I did the one ending 2023. I think that was New Year's Eve or close or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I did the Kill Tony 10-year anniversary. That's Kill Tony 616 for those of you who haven't seen it. It's hilarious. So, and I'm about an hour, 17 minutes, and 40 seconds on the show. I'm right behind Brian Altsman, who's in a bright red jacket. So if you want to see it, Kill Tony 616. And I also did Kill Tony 617 while I was there. I almost had left town, and Tony caught me just in time to go on another episode while I was there. Kill Tony 617, and I'm about an hour and 29 minutes on the link. You won't miss me. I'm the only sister on the show with a big afro for 95.
For sure. That is so legendary. Starting. Do you still do comedy, or?
I haven't done that much recently. Earlier in the year, I did something at this place called The Sage, and it's mostly all Latino, and they are wonderful. I had a great time with them. So I plan to recontact Tony once I get my book completed, so I have some things to talk about.
For sure.
If I come on whatever and everything, and I'm just really open to a lot, and I'm actually friends with Tony's mom. We call each other sisters.
Oh, cool.
And a long time ago, and I'm keep bumping the paper. Sorry, these notifications. She, contacted me, and we've been in touch ever since then, and we decided we wanted to be sisters.
That's awesome.
So when we
nice.
we each other's sisters. She calls me baby sis because I'm a little younger than her.
Oh, okay.
And call her sister. I sent her birthday greeting or whatever. I tell Tony I said hi. Tell my nephew Tony. I call him nephew on the show a lot.
Right.
He never corrects me because I think he likes it. And stuff. But he took me in right away. I made him laugh a lot, right away and everything. And one day he asked me to go on tour with him. He says, Afrodyete, in the area, the patio of the Comedy Store. He said, I need you in San Francisco. And I'm looking at him like, what you talking about, Willis? What? There's the comedians. Why do you? He says, Afrodyete, you don't know you're getting famous. You're famous on the show. And I'm like, huh? I'm so busy acting crazy, it didn't even occur to me about nothing called fame.
Right.
Okay, for what? And next thing I know, I'm going to San Francisco with them, where I get the first standing ovation in the Kill Tony history.
Wow, nice. That's so awesome.
And it's so much. I could write a book about being on Kill Tony. And then the most recent biggest one is being on the 616 anniversary show with Joe Rogan.
Right.
Have you seen that episode?
Was that's the YouTube theater, or?
Let me see. Was that the YouTube theater? No, I think that was the one that when he came to LA. Yeah, because I went to meet. Just made me realize I went to meet him there. Oh, okay. And I'm on the show singing the Star Spangled Banner and stuff right. At the beginning. He didn't even tell me I was going to sing. I said, if I mess up these white people's song, they're going to kill me.
Right.
You talk about killing us in the second verse. Most people don't know the second verse is jacked up in the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
It's got a perk in it. No refuge shall save the harlot or slave from the grave, Flight of Night. That's some pretty wicked stuff to have in the Star Spangled Banner.
I believe it, yeah.
First, they never sing the second verse because people would be upset.
For sure. Well, we have to wrap up here. Before we go, would you like to sing a song?
How about I do a little bit of this song I already posted? I won't go long. I'll just do maybe a verse or two and fade out.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
And I must tell you guys that back in the day when I was growing up, Smokey was the man, the crooner. And I've done some other stuff of his. I can't remember all the titles right now, but it's just so mellow, such a great groove. So anyway, let me get this going right quick for y'all. It's called Cruising.
Nice. By Smokey Robinson, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure my audience knows.
Out, working with Barry Gordy, all of that. He, the Supremes, all of that. Right. That's what made me want to start my own girl group, because girl singing groups are real hot back then. The Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandals, all these different girl groups and stuff. And I just thought they were awesome. Just seeing a girl on stage, like, wow, Eventually I fell in love with Chaka Khan. I even met Chaka Khan one day at the Beverly Center out.
Nice.
We literally bumped into each other, turned around, and I go, where the cameras at? Somebody's playing with me. What's the chances I'm going to literally bump into Chaka Khan?
That is wild.
And then the final thing I'll tell you right quick and get to the song, she completely floored me when I found out. She told me, she says, I know who you are. And I'm like,
wow, that is wild.
She said, my backup singers know who you are. Oh my God. I just really love her style.
Oh, she's amazing.
So anyway, I'm going to do this right quick.
Okay.
Cruising. It's called Cruising by Smokey Robinson. And let me prepare my little, there it is right in front of me. Don't see it. The backup microphone just in case. Because, technology. Anyway, here's the intro. Oh yeah, baby, let's cruise away from here. Alright, don't be confused. The way is clear. And if you want it, you got it forever, babe. This is not a one-night stand. Oh no, alright. Let the music take your mind. Just release and you'll find you're gonna fly away. You're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Hey, yeah. Baby, tonight belongs to us. Alright, everything is right. Do what you want. Hey, and each fight ends with you closer and closer, baby, to every little part of each other. Ooh, baby, yeah. Let the music take your mind. Just release, and baby, you will find you're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Yeah, all right now, cruising. Oh yeah, Oh, baby, yeah, let's cruise, baby. All right, make love all night, baby. Oh yeah, oh, let's fly. Oh, tonight, baby. Oh yeah, all right, y'all.
Nice. Awesome. You have an amazing voice. That is incredible.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Underrate the old schoolers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and the reason I still have a voice, praise Allah first, my creator. And I learned early not to smoke those cigarettes. I found out the friends around me that were singing, losing their voices. And I was like, what's happening to people? You know, and it finally came to me, they all had one thing in common, smoking cigarettes.
For sure.
And I learned cigarettes would not only take your singing voice, it'll take your talking voice as well, your voice.
It's true.
Period.
True.
And I stayed away from it. And that's why I can still hit those very high notes and I can still hold a line for a long time because my lungs are not messed up from all that cigarettes. No, a lot of people probably say, oh, the weed is just as bad, but no, it's not.
No.
Because again, I other people and all of those that were smoking those cigarettes, they were you know, when I, all the time, you know, you wouldn't even know I smoked one unless I told you, because I'm not one of no, I'm not doing none of it. And I'm so grateful, you know, and my behavior as an artist, I'm glad I learned that early too. I saw some movies. Again, I praise my creator Allah because I saw those movies that kept me from doing stuff they were doing backstage. And I just want to mention quickly, because we are going to close, that I'm a free national citizen. And what that means, I'm on the highest level of citizenship in America that I knew nothing about. I got with the Moorish Science Temple of America 43, Temple 43, and our Grand Governor is MC Charles Bay. And long story short, I've learned things about citizenship that I didn't know. Being on record as Black, Negro, Colored, African American, you're actually on record as a slave, as a subject and a slave with no political rights, no standing in law, not even seen as a full human being, 3/5 of a human being. I had heard that 3/5 of a human being way back in the day when I was a young girl. Right. I didn't know what it meant, but now I know you're not even considered a full human being on record. So you have to do what's called a status correction to get your actual nationality into your identification. So I'm on record as a Moroccan born in America, or a Moorish American, or a Moor, M-O-O-R, or a Moor, M-U-U-R. And back in the day, before they lied and changed everything and turned the maps upside down, it was a Amorica, A-M-U-R-C-I-A. The Moors ran Spain for like hundreds of years. Excuse me. And anyway, people look like me. That's what they learned royalty for. They didn't learn royalty from, you know, Princess Elizabeth or Diana or whoever. They came much later. You know, the United States is actually ancient Kemet. There's more pyramids here in the United States than anywhere. There's a lot of things people don't know. The Red Sea is the sea by California. And Queen is what California is named after. She was 9 feet tall. She was excellent. In war and stuff. She fought in wars and stuff with spears, all kind of different things. This chick was no joke, 9 feet tall. A lot of our people were giants. I even have some on my phone I can show you another time, but giants. I'm talking about 20 feet tall. Dressed very nicely and everything. If you didn't see the picture, you wouldn't even believe it. Yeah. You know, men very tall, you know. So I'm just grateful at 70. I started at 64 learning this real truth and seeing pictures, documentations, and the Moors had the first treaty with the United States. The Moors. The Moors, really? We came here long before anybody called the Indians. Some people are going to find that controversial, but they came in from Siberia. Okay? Right. TP stuff. We're talking about the Moors had structures, all kind of architecture they claim they built for the work fair. No, that stuff was already there. Okay. And if you look at some of the, you can see the doorways are real tall and big. You know, they were giants. Okay.
Well,
everybody should be told the truth. I don't care if, Jesus really looked like Santa Claus,
right.
Just tell me the truth. I can deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Santa Claus is not welcome in the hood wearing all that red. He got shot up in the hood, just for y'all that didn't know.
For sure.
You can't come in the hood. Santa Claus can't come wearing red in the hood, Mr. Santa Claus, okay?
That's a good point. Well, I'm so grateful for you coming on. Thank you so much. If you do decide to come back on in the future, we'll definitely have to go over the more of the history and stuff in depth.
Yeah, so anyway.
So yeah, everybody please follow Afrodyete. That's AFRODYETE. Love Johnson LEL. Follow her music. She's amazing. I'm sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. On Instagram, it's lowercase AFRODYETE 6325. That's right. My main Instagram. Afrodyete lowercase AFRODYETE 6325, and you can find out, especially living in California where I'm playing at, any shows that coming up and updates about what's going on with my book or whatever. I'll post on that. And Facebook is Afrodyete Love, same spelling.
Okay, perfect.
And thank you so much for having me. I appreciate everybody that's even shown me a little bit of attention, support. Again, like I said, I don't do it for fame. I do it because this is my spirit. I'm highly creative, a lot of creativity in my family, musicians, singers, whatever. Everybody's got something. Awesome. And I advise you to go and do what you were given the natural talent to do before it's too late. Because it does become too late at a certain time in life,
Very true.
If you weren't doing it as a child and you don't know what it is, a lot of times if you sit down and think, you'll go back to your childhood and you'll find what you really love and the passion that you had for it, that you may be able to still do it even now at 30, 40, or 50, and even 70. There's no excuse not to be you.
There you go.
Don't listen to people drive you to all kind of negativity. Just stay clear away from. I don't care if they're family members. If they're talking crap and you can't get no love from them, just try to clear out, your space as much as you can and be you. Demand to be you. You don't have to be mean and nasty to be yourself, but demand to be yourself.
Amen. Words to live by, my friends. So yeah, please hit like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us at Let's Ruin Our Lives podcast on Instagram. Again, thank you so much, Afrodyete.
Thank you. And I'll always remember this with the notifications going off.
No, it's all good. I can edit those out.
See, I was sneakily insane. Okay.
Okay.
I had to validate myself like that. I tell people, be friends with totally mentally ill people that don't kill. Of course, I don't know P. Diddy's, but anyway, I don't know if he did allegedly, but anyway,
okay.
They don't cause problem like the people with the smarts and the degrees. You know what I'm saying? They always do some attitude. But anyway, I'd rather be friends with kind, decent people. You don't have to be mentally ill. I'm just having fun. But you know what I'm saying? Just be nice, people. People are hurting. You don't know what you're saying to them. Just be nice,
Very true. Very true.
I don't want to stop smoking weed and go to jail just for killing an earthling. I don't want to do that.
You heard it, people. Okay. Okay, everybody. From my heart to yours, fucking subscribe. Thank you. Mahalo.
Bye. You have to sit on your children.
But I'd rather be blind in heaven than sighted in hell.
On the bandwagon, 'cause you want betting. You wanna be but that sure be nice. Start your own trend.